What are human rights?
Is the freedom.
Human rights.
Human rights, I think this
I think human rights. It's
human rights, according to me, as human rights to make know that the obligated things or down.
Okay, like I have a right like to speak, like any freedom of freedom of something worship.
human rights are those rights that someone is obliged to be possessing because of just being born as a human. Human rights, these are basic, I can say, basic
Human rights. Human rights are the rights which belong to the individual. Freedom to do what's right for yourself and for the people around you.
Oh, like okay, human rights. It's all about no.
Human rights is like when you have freedom to do what is necessary in a human life.
Nobody should be an obstacle in your rights. Let me say.
Today I'm here in Katanga and I'm looking for the definition of human rights within the youth that live in Katanga. Just come with me and find more about the definition of human rights within the youth that are living in Katanga. What are human rights?
human rights. It's okay. Human rights like
Raping, doing some murder cases, by using those murder weapons.
Mberi obuntu nditegeera nti bwe mbanga nsobola okugenda awantu wonna ne basobola okunnyamba naye baba tebanyambye ddembe lyange baba balityobodde.
Eddembe ly'obuntu tegeera bungeri kale era naye tuzikuwalira batugoba nnyo we tukolera wonna ne tuba nga tubonaabona oluusi ne tuteera ne batukuba abapoliisi ne bateekamu ebyo byonna nga batutulugunyanga okukolera ku makubo ago kuba we tuba tebifuna ssente ate nga tulina okuweerera abaana baffe mpozi n'abazadde baffe nga waliwo abatalina maanyi naye kasa batugoba ku makubo ennaku zino twasiraana tubeera waka ng'oli waka oluusi abajja babakwata biki ebyo aido nga mbeera kwegambe tuzikuwalira nnyo ekiri awo.
Human rights is how we expect and deserve to be treated as a person. Human rights are privileges inherent to all human beings regardless of the nationality, sex, religion, color, language, ethnic origin, or any other status. These rights are interrelated, they are interdependent and invisible. They apply to everyone and everywhere. For instance, we have the right to be treated equally. We have the right to speak our minds, and we have the right to live freely. The youth, the kids, the old, the politicians, garbage collectors, peasants, tax collectors, doctors, the disabled, tall, short, dark, brown, all of them have the rights to be treated equally. But the question remains, what are they? The United Nations has a total of 30 human rights, and these rights are in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which is the world widely respected document. The Universal Declaration document did not have the force of law. It was rather optional. It is still little or more than words on a page, despite the conventions, treaties, and the laws that were developed. So the question remains, who will make these words a reality? Dr. Martin Luther marched for racial equality. He was marching for the right that had been guaranteed by the United Nations for almost 2 decades, but he still marched. When Nelson Mandela stood up for social justice in the 1990s, his country had already agreed to abolish such discrimination for almost 40 years, but he still fought. Dr. Kizza Besigye in Uganda has also stood up to fight for justice, and he's still fighting. Malala has stood up to fight for the right of the girl education, and up to now she's still fighting, and the girl child has the right to education. It has tremendously improved. Those who fight today against torture, poverty, discrimination, sexual abuse, domestic violence are not giants or superheroes. They are people, kids, mothers, fathers, teachers, free-thinking individuals who refuse to be silent, who realize that human rights are not a history lesson, are not words on a page, are not speeches or commercials or peer campaigns. Human rights are choices we make every day as human beings. They are the responsibility we all share to respect each other, to help each other, and protect those in need. Human rights are inalienable wherever youth are living or they are working. For instance, in schools, homes, factories, farms, offices, everywhere, youth in Uganda just seek for equal dignity, equal opportunity, and equal justice without discrimination. Unless these rights have a meaning now, they have little meaning anymore to the youth. All this inspired me to found the Global Youth Action Organization, and my objective is to create human rights awareness to all the youth in Uganda, regardless of their status, whether they're in urban areas or rural areas, whether they are poor or they are rich. I would like to say that no youth is left behind. With the presence of the GIAN organization, I think it will help us to mentor every youth in Uganda, to empower them so that they can stand majestically on their feet and advocate for their rights. These rights are born with them. They're not given by the state, but the state has protected them.
Bonjour, mon nom c'est Persévérance Kabagambe. Je suis étudiante à KIU. Je fais Information Technology. Je vais terminer cette année. Maintenant, j'attends quoi? La collation. Je vais parler de ce qu'on a vu aujourd'hui. On était à la formation de droits de l'homme. C'était vraiment magnifique. J'ai beaucoup bénéficié et surtout comment discuter en groupe, comment se parler et donner des opinions en groupe. Et surtout, aujourd'hui, j'ai appris la chose la plus nécessaire que j'ai apprise, c'est ce que une personne a des droits, a ces droits que quelqu'un d'autre ne peut pas prendre ça, ne peut pas utiliser n'importe comment. Surtout ça m'a beaucoup donné des bénéfices dans ma vie. Comme Nawal Ali Shaima, I'm a student at Kampala International University. I do a Bachelor of Information Systems. Of course, this is social things, social rights, human rights. As in, I've learned a lot out of this meeting, out of this what I've been taught just right now. I've learned how I can respect others' feelings, others' rights, and it has also helped me to know much about what is my right as a woman, and it's the right that I've been born with. It's not that the right that they have given me or given by anyone, but I've learned it as in I have this right.
Well, I'm called Omukono Hassan, and I'm doing my bachelor's in information technology. Also,
the training that we had today, in that changing my mind, I got to know how things are settled internationally, especially the promotion of human rights. And then I also got to know how the UN works around all over the world. Now I got to know some of the agencies that the UN works with in the promotion of human rights and then international relations. So I'm so glad and I'm happy that now change I've got some information from that. I'm looking forward to receiving such trainings in the future.
I'm studying Bachelor's of Economics and Statistics at Kampala International University, and I'm also a member of the United Nations Association of Uganda Kenya chapter. We were able to attend the seminar today about human rights. As youth, we've heard about human rights and we don't really know what human rights are about. We don't even, some of us don't know how it started. Like me, today, I know how it started. It started in a Catholic church in the days of Cyprus the Great, and then it was called national law. And then it went on to become national laws in the days of Napoleon. It became human rights. And also, I learned.
Je m'appelle Haringanji Mekongeli. Je suis étudiant KAU, aussi le président de l'association des étudiants. Après avoir participé dans cette formation sur les droits de l'homme, ce que j'ai appris, c'est que les droits de l'homme sont universels. Et ce qui veut dire que les droits de l'homme sont pour tout le monde, que tu sois adulte ou enfant, les droits de l'homme sont pour tout le monde. Ma responsabilité est que je dois les respecter aussi, je dois le protéger, que ce soit au campus ou dans nos résidences. C'est ma responsabilité de les respecter. C'est ça ce que j'ai pu apprendre durant cette formation sur les droits de l'homme. Merci beaucoup.
I'm Nigerian, but I study here in Uganda. Today we are done with the meeting for today, and we've learned so much about the meeting and all the things we've done. Our topic today was centered on human rights and the importance of human rights in the society and in the environment. First and foremost, human rights is very important in our everyday life. It makes us aware of ourselves, and it makes us to know when we have to react to certain decisions and when we have to speak up. Because at times things happen in the environment and people keep quiet, nobody talks. You see people are oppressed and stuff like gender rights, gender equality, stuff like female genital mutilation. All these things are vices that have to be cancelled, and it's our own responsibility.
I'm a student at Makerere University taking ethics and human rights. Actually, I'm very glad to be part of this session today of the UN Uganda. I would like this association to go deep down in the villages where we come from, because there are very many unjust violences towards human rights that could be settled if people could realize their rights and the obligation of the state, of their states. Actually, this the association is catered for the innovation of the youth, that is empowering them in economic and curbing down the unemployment problem. Personally, me myself, I would see it to help, because I have the access, and if I'm helped by the UN, UNA Uganda, maybe we should come up with something that will curb down the unemployment problem that is hitting Uganda. Thank you.
Hi, I'm called Charunda Brenda, student of Ethics and Human Rights, Makerere University, and I'm so glad to hear and know about this United Nations Association call it an organization because it's empowering many youths out there, because we know that human rights is a basic thing in the society and few people know about it. People are ignorant of their rights, yet they are fundamental. So I'm so happy to know about what this organization is doing, and I'm willing to be part of it at any time. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah, hi, Joel Ankunda is my name. I'm a second year law student at Cavendish University, part of the United Nations Association in Uganda chapter, Cavendish. We are looking at human rights, of which Article 20 of the Constitution states that these human rights are inherent and they are not provided for by the state. The state just has to enforce them. So it's not the state to give us these human rights, we are born with them.
My name is Abdullah Osman Agdi. I'm a student at Cavendish University. I'm doing at BBA Business Administration. I am so proud and so very grateful to those who are brought for us in this regard of human rights, and it's a very grateful moment for today, and we like it so much today. So I'm thankful, thank you to the UN who are brought for us this opportunity to discuss about in this issue for human rights, and how is human rights very beneficial to the people or to society. And I would like to thank all those people who are brought, especially UN, and those who are organizing this good program which we have talked about, different debate today, which was very good thing. So I would like to thank them. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I am called Damian Tenan. I am a student of Cavendish University. This is my first year and first semester. I am studying a Bachelor of Information and Technology as a course. And I am so pleased to be in this training this hour because it has really given me enlightenment and encouragement. It is important for we, the youth, because I'm a youth, and I think I've been denied so many privileges in this life just because of the lack of awareness, and I've not understood what human rights are because of my maybe let me say my background. But this is an opportunity to me because from now I know where I'm going because I have known my rights. I can stand anywhere to defend what I want and what I don't want, and I think this is right for or good for the youth in our society, in this our generation, because without this many youths have been misled, that have been taken astray. I see people like the youths don't know that they have the right to express or to speak in public, but they think this chances or they have been reserved only for the aged people. When I'm talking about the aged people, I mean the older people that are in their 50s, and things like leadership. Youth feel they cannot lead actually, but with this workshop or this training now, I know that if I given the mandate to lead, I can lead well, and I can also train fellow youth. And this human rights has also made me to understand that it has to do even with gender equality, because if without human rights, the women in our society will not be rated or be given leadership positions. But with human rights, we know that women are also human beings and they can also take responsibilities and do them well. We know that even the disabled people are also human beings and they can also do people who have the right to go to school, who have the right to worship, or to go to any religion, to belong to any religion that pleases us. I see there's much need for people to be sensitized about human rights, because if I seek this organization that they should go even beyond, even in the interior villages, to educate people about human rights. I know it is because of lack of information. They say when you're not informed, you are deformed. So with this, I know that people will be informed about human rights, and you see that our society today will take a better shape.
My name is Adamunutu Abdiel, with the Faculty of Law, Cavendish University. Basically, I'm very impressed with the program that is going on, which is the fight for human rights. Now, some of the advantage we have in fighting for human rights include the following. We are going to be able to advocate for our rights and freedom, because I believe when we fight for our human rights, we're going to develop the world at large. We're going to have a good government. Then secondly, from the program so far, I've learned so many things. I've learned to fight about human rights, ensure that the world is educated at large, ensure that there is good government like democracy and other views, then ensure in fighting of diseases around the world. And then secondly, I've also learned as a person to make sure that I use my own skills in creating job opportunities in order to fight the major issues we're having.
Actually, I'm named by Abubakar Mama. I'm a Nigerian. So I'm here in Cavendish University, pursuing a Bachelor of Public Health. What I learned here today about the youth actually can prevent themselves because they are the backbone of the society. When we talk about backbone of the society, they are.
As the founder and executive director of Global Youth Act Now organization, I had a motive of ensuring that all the youth in Uganda are aware of their rights. Very many of them, their rights have been manipulated. Their rights have been, stepped on by various forces. And I've seen very many youth who have been manipulated. Very many youth have been used as decorations, who have been tokenized. And very few of our youth have been informed and also involved in decision making. Therefore, as youth of this nation, we have to work as a unit to ensure that we stand on majestical on our feet and demand for our rights. These rights are born with us. They are not given us by the state. That's why they are called inalienable, and we have to enjoy them in a full set. Once they give us one right, then the rest are going to suffer. So we call upon the government to work hand in hand with us. Other organizations to work hand in hand with us to ensure that we enjoy these rights as full citizens of this nation, as full citizens of this world.